Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video today. So yes, we're going to talk about Man City at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea this weekend, this Sunday. But what a win. Before that, we'll talk about the winning in Spurs. Let's not take anything away from Chelsea. The fact that we won when I also thought that it would be lucky if we can get something out of that game. Obviously started off like that against Spurs, and it was some game for us. A couple of disallowed goals, a couple of red cards for them, and it was quite a challenging match. We won. I know a lot of people, a lot of pundits will talk about Spurs and how good they played and how offensive they were. Obviously, I understand from one point of view where, football should be played offensively, and I guess the Spurs manager was still keeping the offense going, trying to get a goal back, trying to get a point back, against a team like Chelsea, where everybody's trying to give it a chance, because we are not the team what we used to be. So even with 9 men, they were keeping a high line and trying to get a point. But the fact is that we finally got it after so many misses and everything. We finally won that match 4-1. I know I feel that this is my personal point of view. I also feel that scoreline is a little out of it. It's feels like 4-1. 2-1 would have been fine, just fine. 3 points is what it really matters. But yep, Nico Jackson getting a hat trick. It was great to see him getting some goals. He needs some confidence. It has not been an easy start for him. But take nothing away from Chelsea. As I said, some pundits and some people are saying that it was still Spurs who played football and we made a lot of misses. Maybe we did. But the fact remains that we won. We somehow got those things going. We played well against Arsenal, but we still could not win that match. Here we are. We needed those points. We have a young team, a really, really young team. They're bound to make mistakes, but it was Spurs who were making the mistakes. Okay, the Spurs players. So we still went ahead and got the win. We are a young team. They are bound to make mistakes. We have a new manager who is going to take time to gel up with these players. In 2 seasons' time, if things still work around, if we still have the same manager, we still have the same bunch of players, especially the likes of Enzo, Reece James, Caicedo, the main players in our team, and if they're fully fit, it is very much this Chelsea team is going to be the team to beat. But that couple of years is required, couple of seasons is required for this team to really function as a well-functioning unit, like a machine. But for that, it will take time. But we did really well getting that 3 points. I was like really surprised to get to where we went that day in Spurs. 3-point lane, how they call it, White Hart Lane, the 3-point lane. So they have a new stadium now, but yeah, still. So anyways, now we will have to move on to the next game for us. We are playing for us the best side in Europe right now, other than maybe Real Madrid. Manchester City, the treble winners, they are quite a team to play. It is not like Spurs. Those Spurs were at the top of the league. They were the only unbeaten team, but now they have lost the match. But Spurs are still, but Man City is actually the team to beat here, but they will be coming in town. They have a couple of injuries, especially KDB is not there, but still they're on the top of the league. That just shows how good they are. But we are going to play them against at home, and it's going to be a tough match because we are playing against a team which is what we want to be. We want to be Manchester City, and that is where we want to be. And in order for us to, we are maybe a couple of years behind them. If we can get everything sorted, maybe in a couple of years' time, we will be the same Manchester City is right now. So it is obviously a very uphill task. Chelsea has not been very good in the last 1 year or so at home. We have lost matches. Most recently against Brentford, but obviously Brentford came to play a defensive-minded game, a low-block kind of game. Teams like Man City, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool will not going to play like that. They're going to come out, Newcastle and Manchester United also. They'll like to get a result, knowing the fact that Chelsea are a bunch of young boys, and Pep will also like to do the same because they need the points. They know that there are Spurs and Arsenal and even Newcastle in that matter, very strong teams, Liverpool, who are behind them, and any slip up with any of these teams means the other teams can capitalize. So I'm pretty sure Man City will also want, Pep will also want to nick those 3 points. And on a given day, obviously on paper, saying Manchester City is a really impressive team, and the players they have, they can get those 3 points easily. But at home, against a club which is wanting to play football, a lot like what Arsenal did a couple of weeks ago. They wanted to play football, they wanted to get those 3 points, and we played better. So it can happen. Manchester City will also do the same. They will come here not to sit back, do a low block. They'll come here to play football, get those 3 points, and this is where Chelsea can be dangerous. I'm not going to say that Chelsea will be dangerous because we are playing Manchester City. We are not playing any other team. So I will still think it will be tough for us, but we will create problems for them. They will have to really play well to win that match against Chelsea this weekend. But I still believe that Chelsea can get something nicking over here. Some confidence has gone up after the Brentford loss. All the confidence was down. And right now, the confidence is back up a little bit. But I'm not going to really say that we can do something as Man City. I'm going to still keep it, steady in the saying that a draw will be more than enough for us, because at this moment I can't think of beating Manchester City. However, maybe even if they make some errors and even if we play really, really well, they are in a way off. They are the team which everybody will look up to, an example out of it at this moment because of what their performance have been over the last couple of years. So I still don't think we can beat them, but at home we can create some problems. And if they have a little bit of off day, if they have things not going well, if they make a couple of misses, especially a couple of wrong things, then possible that Chelsea might nick it, but most likely it could be a draw. A big thing about the referee who's going to be refereeing us. I mean, this is also a corruption that is there in the English football. I totally believe that there is corruption, because if you have a referee like Anthony Taylor, who was demoted to Championship, and he had a horrendous game in the Championship, and then he's brought back to play to officiate the biggest match of this coming weekend, Man City Chelsea. I mean, I'm pretty sure the fans of other clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, they should be furious about how come an Anthony Taylor comes in. And Chelsea fans will be obviously furious because of the number of chances, a number of times this referee has been a pain for us, have given decisions against us. So this is going to be a really, really bad thing to get him back, and this is the corruption. I know a lot of people have been talking about, and I'm making sure that there is, how come there is no transparency, that you can go and ask how come this decision was made when a referee was demoted and he had a horrendous game, and then he comes right back in the Premier League, which is the best league in the world, and officiates the most important match of this coming weekend. And how can you do that? How can you suddenly go up and make a decision like that? I'm going to bring this referee back in to such a big match. There's certainly a lot of things which doesn't look into the eye. I said, a lot of people have said, Jose Mourinho a few years has said, if I say something, I'll be in trouble, something like that. So and it shows here that there is a lot of corruption. There's a lot of things which goes, a lot of politics going behind the scene. Anyways, we cannot keep that in mind. We have to think about the 3 points. Pochettino has to think about the 3 points. The team more or less will be the same that what we had. I don't think much differences. Colville will again play away out of position, which I think was one of the wrong decisions for Pochettino. He should have played Cucurella. Cucurella has done well this season. Playing Colville just because he has started the season, but we have to realize that Badishile is a better player. So we have to start with Badishile. Sometime he has to make the decision. And that might be the only change I think in the 11. Otherwise, more or less right now, this is the team to be. I just hope that we can get something out of this match. I just hope that we can stir things up for Man City. We have already taken points out of Liverpool, out of Arsenal. We have beaten Spurs, and this is now Manchester City's turn, and hopefully we can get something. So I leave it at that. I want to hear from you guys, and the comment section is all you guys is to let me know what you guys think about the match. Do you think we can beat Man City? What should be the team lineup? Let me know. What do you think of Anthony Taylor? I mean, how come that guy gets to officiate this match? Really don't understand. Let me know in the comment section. See you guys, hoping with a Chelsea win. See you guys again. Bye-bye.